Hey guys, Double Jack here. I'm sorry I haven't done a video for literally a month. I've been bedridden or at the hospital doing checkups. I've been extremely ill or going to work and stuff like that. I'm much better now. Still a little bit ill, but I'm much better to make videos. Hopefully, number one, I would love to make an update video ASAP. I'm gonna give you a slot, but it's not 100%. Determined. It's going to be this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, hopefully. But like I said, I'll update if it changes, just in case, I don't know, someone comes to my room, kills me when I sleep. Can't do the video, because I don't know if this picks up ghosts. So, anyway, let's get into this. Of course, today, it's the 19th. What does that mean? Ultra Jump! With a Rosen Maiden cover. I'm not too really bothered about that. And the free gift was this, like, Rosen Maiden thing that I don't need. Bye-bye. Next month's jump is going to be a Moriocho calendar, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. So anyway, before I get to the chapter, there are a few anime and kind of like other manga things to do with JoJo I want to talk about. First of all, there are these books, and they only did from Phantom Blood to Stardust Crusaders. And I mentioned this in another video, saying that if they were to make a part 4, then it would confirm a part 4 anime, blah blah blah. Same with Stardust Shooters. Well, in the book anyway, ta-da! Confirmed. These books, like I said, hello Facebook, are about the same size as this. They're about the size of Weekly Jump, all the anthologies, Ultra Jump, blah blah blah, about the same. As I said right here, Part 4's getting one. Phantom Blood, Phantom Bum, no, that's horrible. Phantom Blood has 1, Battle Tendency has 2, and Stardust Crusaders has 3. And you're thinking, all right, so are they gonna make it kind of like, was that ironic or coincidental? I think it was coincidental, considering the fact that on the 4th of March we are getting 6 of them, 1 a month. 6 of them, which makes sense considering that by chapters and by actual length of pages, Stardust Crusaders, Diamond is Unbreakable is the longest JoJo manga by chapters and by pages, like I just said. Fucking hell, I'm losing my brain cells. But Still Will Run has it full actual volumes. But it's got less chapters in each book. Anyway, also not just that, but also we got more news on the anime, of course. I'll tell you what, right? This is the latest key visual. All right, calm your tits. This latest key visual. How good's that? If they put this as the key visual from the very beginning, even if this was leaked, I would be proper happy, to be honest. Because this is pretty awesome. You don't see anyone else. You basically just see Josuke, you see Crazy Diamond, done. And the art style is, it looks exactly the same, but I don't know. I just would have preferred this personally. We also learn about, of course, on the young page, Jiso, Okuyasu, Koichi, Rohan, and Jotaro's designs once again. I mean, we've seen quite a lot of them, but this is the one where it's like, okay, here they are, final, done deal. We get more news about it, just explaining that it's coming out, and we've got loads of images to show you. Here they are. Also, Anime Japan 2016 on the 26th and 27th of March. They're going to have more news and possibly a 100% release date for the anime. The anime, they talked about it today, was released that a band called The Do, which, as in DU, as in Diamond, is Unbreakable. Is actually doing the opening theme for the anime by Warner Brothers, band created by Warner Brothers, probably for this, and then they're like, yeah, go off, we don't need you. Disband! But yeah, we've also got that. That's coming out, the actual first single of it, which is called Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, Moriocho, is coming out, I think on the 26th or 27th of March, I think. That means that, considering that a lot of singles for anime always come out about a week or two, probably about 2 weeks after the anime's, at least the first episode's been shown, that means that we are going to be getting a kind of early to mid April release instead of more later, which is bang on tidy, loving that. But let's get straight into this. I've decided that I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to do my impressions first, and then I'm going to go into spoilers. So the impressions won't contain spoilers, but then I'll talk about the spoilers, and then I'll finish the video. I see that seems to be a little bit better than just going through the whole thing at the end with impressions. So anyway, here are my impressions, non-spoiler impressions. This was much better than chapter 50. Chapter 49, amazing. 50, amazing. 51, just amazing. I probably spat everywhere, I do apologise. We get a lot more backstory, as well as we get to see what's going on in the present time as well. We learn more about the characters. There are some sad parts, there are some really awesome parts, really cool kind of action parts as well, and we get some really weird stuff at the ending as well. my impressions are that it was, like I said, it's a great chapter. The characters were a little bit more fleshed out, like slightly. Half of it is, the very first half of it is mostly visual. Like, even if you didn't know Japanese, you could read it and understand what's going on. And in the second part of it is more, like, I wouldn't say pure exposition, but it would explain a lot more, connecting certain characters to Kira and Josefumi. These characters which you met, but I won't spoil. Now, spoiler tags. I'm not going to put them because I'm lazy, but spoiler tags. Here we go. We start off chapter 51, the first page. Chapter 51 is called Grafting, or Transplant. So, anyway, we go on to the next page, and it starts off with Aisho. He's in a pharmacy, and he's basically picking up some medicine, your average medicine for your stomach, or like just things, not antibiotics. Just like, like Nubrifen or other such medicines. And yeah, he buys some, and then you just see Josefumi talking to himself really loud. He's like, oh, I've been to all these different pharmacies across Moriocho and other places, and I've heard that this really awesome eye medicine is sold out. I really need it, because I've heard that when you put it into your eyes, it makes your eyes feel really awesome, and just, it really feels so clean. I love it. And are there any? Oh my god, they've got it, and it's called Aisha. And he picks it up and he's like, oh, I better buy them all. They're so cheap and there's a lot of them. So he buys them all. But he drops one and it lands back into where it was. He goes off and he buys all of them. They're about 520 yen each, I believe. So we got this. There we go. Sha. Sha. 520. That's him taking them all. And that's him accidentally dropping one. Accidentally. So anyway, we go on to the next page where we actually see him buy them, and he buys them all. Then we got Kira Yoshikage walks in. He goes, oh, excuse me, sir. I've been all over Moriocho and even to other towns. I really need this eye medicine called Aisha. In the commercial, they say that it's really amazing. When you put it in your eyes, it's the most refreshing eye medicine they've ever made, anyone's ever made. And it's rare, I can't find it. And that's when you see the cheeky little bugger Aisha, she just fucking grabs it for himself. Look at him, he's just like, there's one left, I must have it, it's mine. Like that. So the guy's like, oh, it should be over here. I mean, some guy just bought them all, but we should have them. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, no, it looks like we have sold out. My apologies, sir. And he's like, oh, no problem, I better go, sorry. And then you see Aisha just like, oi, old man, I'm here, I'm at the register, can you bag me up, please? And so he buys it, and, well, as you can clearly see, he takes his medicine, and he goes, oh, okay, I'm on the phone, gets on the phone. We don't know who he is, but it's clearly either Tamaki, or he's actually talking straight to Yotsuyu again. So anyway, he puts in the, can you see it? He puts in the eye medicine right there, and we see this really cool, like, kind of Terminator-esque, just Josefumi walking behind Aisho as Aisho's actually putting in it. He's like, oh, my eyes, yep, okay, there we go, ooh. And as that happens, this is something I want to draw. There are a few pages in this I really want to draw. That's one of them, the Josefumi Aisho part. After that, we actually see Killer Queen's arm. There we go. Killer Queen bursts the front tyre of a bike. Someone going down the road crashes. Don't you worry, he's okay. I've had my cry, he's okay, it's fine. Anyway, everybody's just like, are you okay, sir, are you okay, what's going on, did you have a crash, are you okay? He's like, no, look, call an ambulance. He's like, no, I'm okay. So Aisho looks away, and he's focusing, and that's when we see Josefumi, he walks up, he's got his phone to make sure to make sure everything's going to stay the same. He's opening the trunk to see the Lokakaka tree, and he's, you just got, Aisho looking away like, what's going on over there? We didn't see Josefumi just rip two of the branches off the tree, but of course when he rips the branches off, we then see the fact you're thinking, turn around, look, Josefumi's stealing your branches, what are you doing, you crazy bastard? And that's when we find out, yes, it was indeed, of course we knew from the beginning, the eye drops have actually got into his eyes to kind of take his eyesight right there. So he steals, as you can see, right there in the corner here. He's taken the two branches, but of course, everything needs to be as it is. So he puts it in his pocket, he grabs them, he grabs two, like, average tree branches right there. Make sure that they're the same, from the previous chapter, make sure that they're actually the same kind of width, same kind of, like, look and weight, exactly as it is. And he puts it on, as you can see, with the power of soft and wet, puts it on, sound effects. So anyway, he cuts off the leaves to make sure it looks exactly like it. He's staring at the phone, so he knows it looks exactly like it. Sorted. That looks good. Just walks away with 2 of the twigs right there. Just walks away. Then we just see the bubbles pop, his eyesight comes back, and you just see him like, wow, it's exactly, yeah, it is exactly what the commercial said. My eyes feel amazing. They feel really fresh and really clean. I love this. And that's when we see one of the things. He's just like talking to Kira. I've got the don't worry, I've got the twigs. And then we see actually this is the number one in this book that I do want to fucking draw. Look at that, look. Kira with Killer Queen and Josefumi with Soft and Wet just walking down the road. Look how smug. Look how smug Killer Queen is. He's smugger than usual. Shba! Like that. But I do like it. I kind of do like this as well. It was seen before, but I do really just like the sheer heart attack in the anchor on his arm. That's a really cool thing. Goes back to the present with Tamaki talking to Norisuke. You know, Norisuke's all flat and all like taking, like water. And it basically just says, I want to ask you a few questions. But first, did you listen to my story? I told you the story. Did you probably listen? He's like, oh, if you're not going to look my way, if you're not going to pay attention, then I'm going to have to, maybe they say going to have to call in your lovely little Daya. Maybe I could call her in, or maybe your older beautiful sister, my girlfriend, your daughter, sorry, not sister, Hato. I'm sorry, but a diamond heart and all that. I mean, we all know that. But still, Hato, bring her in. And then he's just like, you do that, I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. And he's like, let me ask you a few questions. And of course, he's kind of like laying there like that. You know, he's proper pissed off. Stop it! Ah! And he's like, okay, so you know about the Lokakaka tree, right? First question, you know about the Lokakaka tree? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, you better not lie to me. Do you know about the Lokakaka tree? Because I know that you had a little bit of a scuffle with Yagiyama Yotsu, did you not? So I want you to not lie to me, because if you do, shit's going down. So, you know, we got like Norisuke, like, what the hell, I don't know what you're talking about. What's a Lokakaka? And he's like, oh no, I've still got a few other things. I've got 3 things I wanted to ask you. Number 1 was, do you know about the Lokakaka tree? Okay. Now, number 2, and this is just a really cool bit, he's like, do you know, all these spoilers on the next page, but, do you know of Yagiyama Yotsuyu? In fact, did you kill him? And he's just like, huh? And we just see him cut his arm off. I mean, yeah, that was kind of like what he's seeing on the next page, as you can see. With a, as you can see, 1,000 yen bill. He just cuts his arm off. I mean, look. This is what a 1,000 yen bill looks like. Right? That's a 1,000 yen bill. He just folds it up like that, like any old note. Just cuts his arm off. It's bloody mental, isn't it? So he cuts his arm off. Money. He cuts his arm off, and yeah, he's just laying there bleeding, and you just got like Tamaki like proper pissed off, and he's like, with the power of vitamin C, when I've turned everybody into a little slimy mess, you're less durable than even butter. I can cut through you, not even knife through butter, I can cut through you like literally money through butter. And, you know, he's just like, I cut my bloody arm off. And then he's asking him more questions, of course. We've got him really going into it like, you know, if you don't answer the question, I might have to do the same thing to your daughters. You know, that's when he's getting even more pissed off. He's like, I said I'll kill you, I said I'll fucking kill you. Don't you dare touch them, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, answer my question. Did you kill him? He's like, yes, I did it. I know he's a rock man, and we're having a fight, and I knocked him to the bottom of the ocean, and he's now right at the bottom of the ocean, in a rock, in pieces. I did it. And he's like, okay. So you did it. But to be honest, I don't think you are lying, but I think there's more to your story. I think you had an accomplice, or rather someone who helped, rather not just an accomplice, but someone who did more of the work. And that is who I'm searching for. He or she is the number 1 person I'm searching for. Of course, Norisuke is like freaking out, you know, his granddaughter, and also Yasuo as well as Josuke as well, and he's kind of like, oh shit's going down. I mean, I'm already jelly at the moment. So anyway, we go back into the past, and we see more about more of interaction between Josefumi, Kira, and of course Kira's mum, Kira Holly. Now with Holly, she turns around and she's just like, "Oh hello, would you like me to make some tea? I'm making some for myself." And he's like, "Oh yes, please, I'll have some tea." And you know, she's making tea, and then she gives him a book. So hey, here, read this book. It's really good. It's called The Rose of Versailles. It's a really good book. You'll enjoy it. And she gives him, she's like, then she just randomly says, oh, and you're a, have I met you before? Do I know you? And she's like, yes, we've met before. You saved my life when I was a kid. It's Josefumi talking. You saved my life as a kid. I owe my life to you. You probably get this every day, considering that you're a nurse and you help people every day. But I literally owe my life to you. Thank you very much, blah, blah. And then she walks up to him, walks up to Josefumi. She starts rubbing on his hair. And she goes, oh, Yoshikage, did you buy a new hat? This one's much different to the other. Yoshikage's like somewhere in the background where that Shingeki no Kyojin poster thing is. Also, where's my toilet door open? Not very nice, is it? So it's over there, just like, over there, standing there. And he's like, Mum, I'm over here, and yeah, I bought a new hat. But it was me who bought it. And then she just basically starts, she starts getting upset. As you can see, she's shaking. She is losing her eyesight. She's getting upset. Like, oh my god, it's getting worse. I just don't know what's going on. It's getting worse and worse. I know you're my son. I know you are. But with my eyesight and things, I just don't know. Then we just get him going, oh, it's alright. Look, come here, Mum. And he puts his arm around her. He's like, come on, Mum, let's just have a nap in bed. You might feel a little bit better after that. You can calm down, have a nice nap. Let's go. She pushes him away, and she just see her get upset. I can do this on my own. I don't need you. I can do this on my own. Now, just go back and just talk to Yoshikage. He's reading that Rose of Versailles. Just go and sit with him. And that's where Josefumi is getting upset, because of course she thinks, even though he's standing right there talking to her, she thinks that her son is actually her son's friend and not her son. She's losing it, not just her eyesight, but it seems to be that she's got some sort of dementia rather. Relatively sad little part there. Was generally smart. So, smart? Sad? What did I say smart for? I think I meant to say, like, the way they're dealing with it is smart, but it's very sad. Next we see them on a boat over there. Now this bit they talk more about. What we're going to do is we're going to plant it and gather the fruits. They don't specify exactly, but of course we know it's for healing Holly with fruits. With the Lokakaka fruit rather, and she can eat the fruit and she can get her mind and like everything back to normal, and even better possibly. So they're on the boat anyway, saying talking about how they're going to get the fruits off of and how exactly they're going to maybe plant the tree and get the fruits and stuff like that. Then they say there's this one person that keeps following you, Josefumi, and he's like, what? So that girl over there, she's always following you. Now I know she likes you, I know she has a crush on you, but it's kind of stalkerish. Because she's always there, and he's like, oh, that's Sakunami Kareda. Oh yeah, she's in the same university as me. she passed this test alongside me, in the same class, and she's a nice girl, but I wouldn't say she likes me. It's like, well, she's always following you. But she does have a stand. I don't know its name, but I'm pretty sure it's connected to her hair, where she can control her hair in some way. But she's definitely a stand user. And they're like, oh, okay then, yeah. And they're talking about it, how the fact that they're just going to get the fruits, and the fact that, she's a bit weird following them. Is she a friend? She's definitely not a foe, but is she a friend? Does she just like Josefumi, or is there something else kind of connected? What's going on there? And then you just, learn about, Kira's just talking about fish, because, he's on a boat all the time, and he's basically talking about, how flying fish gather their prey and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's really well done. But then we get into the main part, which is where we actually see they get to land, and Yoshikage is like, "Oh, Josefumi, could you anchor the boat for me, please? Anchor the boat and then put the just hoist it to the port, to the dock rather." So he does that, and then next thing we know, he turns around and he turns back. And the rope has got fingertips on it. The watery fingertips of Tamaki's vitamin C. And the thing's in the water. Now, on Kira's side, Kira's like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Why aren't you proper doing it? He's like, no, I did it. I swear I put it on there. I hoisted it over. I looped it round. I put it on properly. So why is it in the water then? We then see a seagull fly by Kira Yoshikage. and then just like slowly start to melt, being kind of like ripped apart in a way by itself. Like that, as you can see it melting, being ripped apart, and then just like falling right there. All the seagulls going crazy and doing the same thing. That is when we see a lot of Vitamin C's hands all over the lower cabin in the actual boat. And that's where we see both Yotsuyu and Tamaki inside of the boat. Now this is the part where it gets really interesting. Because he starts talking to them, explaining what the day is and what the time is, and he's basically saying where exactly they are in the sea, which is pretty cool. And they're talking about their job, what they do with the Lokakaka fruits. Nothing like it brand new, but they do explain that when they're doing the Lokakaka fruits, they need to know everything just in case. They don't want to fuck over their clients, because they only give it to the people, of course, who are number one rich and number two ill. So if they're ill and they have a shit ton of money, perfect. If they're not going to sell it to them. But they need to know everything about the Lokakaka tree itself before selling it, or at least the fruit from it. And the thing they're saying is, we're going to sell a tree, but we need to know everything. And so we look at it and we're like, okay, it's like this, perfect. Number two, the nutrients and minerals that they use into it that will affect the tree, so they know colour, consistency, everything like that. But the number one thing is that it will always, all the trees will always weigh 9 grams. So they found out that this tree, in fact the one that Aisha had, that Josefumi took the twigs off and added different twigs, and cut off some stuff, in fact made it more than 9 grams. It may look perfect in every single way, but it was a little bit more, well, it wasn't that much, but they say it was a little bit more heavier than it should be, more than 9 grams. So that's when he's explaining, and it's a different thing, and I love this picture of Tamaki as well. He looks pretty damn fucking awesome. Kind of like a look back to how when Valentine got really cool and they made him different. Kind of Tamaki as well, you know. You think of Tamaki as this weirdo, then a super strong weirdo, and now suddenly a super strong weirdo that actually does kind of look cool. But anyway, what happens is, they explain that they don't know what the other guy's trying to do. If they're trying to plant, when I say other guy, I mean Josefumi and Kira, but they didn't know at first, but they say, we don't know what the other people that are doing are stealing it, and are they going to reproduce this fruit? Are they going to try and make it there for themselves? So, I want to know, I need to know everything. I'll look into other stuff. So, what he basically does is, he explains that he looks into people, goes to the hospital, looks at anyone who is ill that might have been connected to it, couldn't find anyone, looks at security footage of where Aisha was throughout the day, couldn't find anything wrong with that, no problems whatsoever. But they found someone strange that has been connected to some weird things going on, and that was Kira Holly. It seems Kira Holly is slowly losing her sight and possibly her mind, and she has a son, and he seems to be a little bit, not your average human being. So that is why they started chasing after him, and he's like, allow me to introduce myself, Mr. Kuryoshikage, 29 years old, ship's surgeon. I am Damo Tamaki. Now, I love this part, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you. So we got, look at that, Kuryoshikage right there, fighting with Killer Queen, battling. But this is the bit I like. Uri! How awesome is that? Kuryoshikage fucking reeing out right there. I love it with the proper Uri! The only one that's really known about Killer Queen in part 4 is he goes Shiba! Like that. And it's just the noise of like the movement. So anyway, as we can see, Tamaki's vitamin C comes out the wall, starts touching Killer Queen, which makes Killer Queen and Kuryoshikage kind of melt. It kind of hits Josefumi. Josefumi, his arms are starting to melt from the bone and everything. They're starting to melt. What the hell's going on? Kuryoshikage, his arm and his legs and part of him, they're starting to melt. He's like, what the hell's going on? So that his last ditch effort, this is all he can do. Sheer heart attack! Dun, 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 Vitamin C! And that's when we see sheer heart attack beginning to melt. So we see him melting all over like that. Sheer heart attacks failed. Then we see all the sheer heart attacks all over the inside of the cabin, melted everywhere. Everyone's okay, and you just see him like, oh, I guess it didn't reach me, you know, putting back his really weird mop hair. And that is when we see them come up. Josefumi's down, Kira's down, Tamaki's coming up, and he's like, I've got something that I want to ask you. Pulls out, as he does in the present, 1,000 yen bill right there, and he says, I've got something I want to ask you. You better not lie to me. Boom. End of chapter. And I do like this picture as well, talking about the next book, like I said, coming on March 18th next month. It's just really funny, just like, look at all these Tamakis everywhere. Tamaki, Tamaki, Tamaki. Yeah, which was really awesome like that. As you can see, it was fucking awesome, really good. There's a sad point to it as well, like in the previous one, except I find this more sad, because it's like, you know, a son looking after his mother, and that's the point of it all. And the same with Josefumi, he saw her saving his life, he owes his debt to her, and we don't know too much about even after he was much younger. It could have been like as well a mother figure to him as well. But yeah, we also got Tamaki, and it's getting even more like we're getting a lot of, because you know it was always JoJolion always from the beginning was question, 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 answer, question, 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 answer, answer, like that. But now recently we're getting like question, question, answer, previous answer, question, question, previous answer, previous answer, previous answer, answer, question, 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 like stuff like that. And I love it. It's getting more like, because a lot of people do complain that it's a little bit slow, not just because it's monthly, but because when it comes out in a month, you get like 20 pages, and it's all like exposition, or it's not really well done, or whatever. I've always loved it, but if it was weekly, then I would just be going crazy, and these videos would be, at least you would have a weekly video from me. I loved it. Looking forward to chapter 52. See exactly what happens. Is it actually the fact, because I thought when I started reading it, my thought was actually that he uses vitamin C to actually mold them together. If you get like, I mean, I doubt it, but he makes them all buttery and just goes bam and puts them together, and he just has like, he's lost his mind due to something else or whatever. Who knows? That's what I thought at first, but then I saw that, I thought, no, there's more to it. There's definitely more to it. And I would like to see exactly what he does with the Lokakaka tree, if they actually get to, or if they've actually given it to someone or whatever. I can't wait for the next one. Mori Ocho calendar next month as well. Beast, just absolute beast mode. Hope you enjoyed my spoiler. Can't say words today. Spoiler impressions video. Like I said, update video coming soon, and I'll see you next time. So always remember to keep it cool, my Joe Stars. Don't know why I said that, but take it cool.